Hello my friends and welcome. Finally, Ukrainian army managed to break through the Russian defense line. It's the first defense line, but nevertheless it is the great success. Let me show you the exact place. It happened near to the village of Lobkove, and also it happened near to Gulai Pole plus Velika Novosilka. Let's start from this place because the fighting is ongoing for quite a while. So it was yesterday and it is today. As you can see, Ukraine liberated Neskuchne and entered Blagodatne village. Plus there's some attack vector from the western side and we got some sort of the success. But still it is the gray area and it's early to say for how long Ukrainian army will manage to keep those territories under control. Hopefully if we break through the Russian defense lines, we'll keep it. Why am I saying about the first defense line? Because it was ongoing through the front line, touching it. The Russian defense forces were not capable to stop the Ukrainian advancement. It means that the strategy of Ukrainian army in general is good. Sorry about the Gulai Pole, there was no break through the Russian defense line, and you can see the gray area, it is there for quite a while and the fighting is still ongoing over there. But we broke through Lobkove village and it was like this yesterday and today it is like that. Even though we have the success on the front lines, it's better to keep up with offensive actions. And now for Ukraine, the main goal is not to go very fast and take, for example, Tokmak or Melitopol. Now it's better to understand what direction for the future counteroffensive with all of the reserves is better for Ukrainian army. And we tried to advance near to Orikhiv, but there our column was ambushed, as I told you in 2 of my previous videos. But today the Ukrainian army revenged and was able to demolish the Russian convoy behind the front lines. But before I'm gonna show you the confirmation of that from the drones, let me tell you about the partner and also the sponsor of my channel, the Atlas VPN. The last month they came out with a great deal for my subscribers, followers and viewers. There you can get the Atlas VPN Premium for just $170 per month plus 6 months for free. It is the best AAA VPN service deal that you may find elsewhere. I personally tried lots of the VPN services and I stopped on the Atlas VPN because I just like it. It has the best price-quality ratio. I would say the quality is much better than the price, especially with my unique deal. Atlas VPN is very fast. It guarantees you the best streaming connection, then you watch movies on Netflix. And also by changing your virtual location, you may get access to watch all of the movies, all of the series on Netflix platform. It helped me a lot. Atlas VPN helps me to access some of the websites that are blocked in my country. Now my friends, please go to the video description just below where you may find my personal link for the Atlas VPN Premium that you may get for $170 per month plus 6 months for free. It is the best deal ever and I highly recommend you to get it because it's time limited, so hurry up to join the club. As I promised to you, the Ukrainian revenge on the Russian convoy. So here are some armored vehicles, trucks, and Ukraine fired the artillery towards that place. The convoy was stationary for a while, so we used that particular time. As you can see, we have the drone surveillance, so the drone image, and there were several explosions and many vehicles just went to total kaput. And there was the ammunition in one of the tracks and the track went to the huge blast, also causing the damages to the other tracks nearby. Unfortunately, I cannot post the full video on this resource. For that, please go to my Telegram. So where did it happen? Actually, far away from the front line, so you can see across the Nikopol and very close to Energodar nuclear power plant. Well, I would say not very close, but not far away. This water reservoir almostly doesn't exist any longer. There is some water, but you can cross, I think, this part. It is very narrow right now because Russia blown up the Kakhovka Dam, so all of the water from this side went down the stream. Apparently it gives some advantages towards Ukrainian side, and probably we may even try to cross the Dnieper River in this area, because as I say to you, it's now very narrow here. Russia also stored the Grad systems near to the front line, and they also went kaput because of the Ukrainian artillery, so total ambush. As you can see, the Ukrainian drones are also capable to perform the surveillance missions over the Russian controlled territory. I believe it is more than 20 kilometers away because it's close to the range of the Grad system with the standard missiles. I believe those systems were used to target the Ukrainian convoy. Apparently, I was able to find out how Russia was able to ambush the Ukrainian convoy. They used the FPV drones, and we have the video of that. I'll not publish it on my personal resources, it's well understandable with this screenshot. So here is the Leopard tank, and in the video, the big video about the convoy ambushment, let's say it like that, we saw that this tank was on fire, and here's the video how the drone went into the Leopard 2 tank. To conduct this attack, Russia used the surveillance drone, they also used the FPV drones, they used the artillery systems, and also Lancet drones. Plus, the minefield helped Russians because most of our vehicles became stationary after they hit the mines. Just recently, Russians claimed that they have thousands of the FPV drones that are made in China, but for the video they used the green screen. It is understandable. So they claim that they have the support from one of the Chinese companies, and we were able to find out the company. It is iFlight. It's the name iFlight company that mostly produces the FPV drones. The drones like this, well, this one may carry the small something, but those big ones, they may carry the large anti-tank shell or anti-tank grenade. Unfortunately, most of the drones like that are made in China, and here we see the cooperation between Chinese company and Russian army. The one I have here is also the Chinese drone, but it is produced by the other company. I got it for myself to understand how to fly the FPV drone, and later on I'll send it to Ukraine. You might heard about the Ukrainian commander of the drone unit, Madar. He has his own social media, so he said that we should apply sanctions on the company that sends the drone to the Russian army. We are speaking about the iFlight, but the problem here that we also got the spare parts for Ukrainian FPV drones from the Chinese companies. I wonder if it is iFlight or not, but we need those drones as well. The FPV drones are very reliable compared to the standard DJI drones because they are less vulnerable to the special radar systems that create interference for the drone signal. Those are also very precise because then you put the goggles on, you feel like you are inside the drone. And with the smallest corrections, you may target the special parts of the tank, so you may hit the weakest spot of the enemy. There are some video examples available on my Telegram channel, so again, please subscribe for me over there. And as for the Russian soldiers, it's all fake. They don't have that huge number of the FPV drones behind. They used the green screen for the video. There is also the video from one of the Bradleys that was used to evacuate our soldiers. As you can see, those vehicles just cannot move. Well, this one leaves the positions. Here they open the fire, and this one just exploded in the front because they run on the mine. But here are some soldiers that were evacuated using this particular Bradley, and that's it. Yes, we lost many of the vehicles, but it's not the end of the world, and it's not the end of the counterattack of Ukrainian army. We should learn on our own mistakes, and we should continue from what I see. Good news about the Ukrainian air defense system RST that we put close to the front lines to make sure that the Russian aviation will not interfere in Ukrainian counterattack. Well, Russia targeted this radar using their Lancet drone, and even they showed the video. But today we got the confirmation from German authorities that this radar was damaged, but it's still operational. So Ukrainian army continue to use the RST system very effectively. Also, there was one more video published how Ukrainians assault using the high mobile vehicles Humvees. As you can see, the Ukrainian army continued to use the very effective tactics as we used last year in Kherson region, where mostly lightweight armored vehicles were used. So basically we need speed and maneuverability. So Russians mostly retreated from their positions or surrendered to Ukrainian side. Kind of interesting statement from President Zelensky. He says that offensive and defensive actions are taking place in Ukraine. So probably he confirmed that Ukraine went into the counteroffensive operation. At the same time, he says that everyone will feel the counteroffensive action of the Ukrainian army. Has it been started or not? Well, from all of the signs, we understand that the counteroffensive is now ongoing. From the Ukrainian side, it's hard to get the confirmation, but from the Western side, we understand that it is ongoing right now. The counteroffensive went into the third stage. And luckily today we were able to change the situation in the media space, because you can see lots of the videos started to appear in the media from the Ukrainian side. It means that Ukraine moves forward. Because before there were just Russian videos with destroyed or damaged Ukrainian tanks with the new modern weaponry. So that may demotivate the Ukrainian army and also Ukrainian supporters on the West. We don't need that. That is why we need the counter-attack also in the media resources, showing that Ukrainian army has the nice advantage in military and we are able to take the ground as we showed today. Wagner officials continue to cry about the Bakhmut suburbs. They say that the Russian army started to leave their positions in Yahidne. The Yahidne village is over here and it's very important part. And if you take Yahidne, basically you half encircle the Bakhmut from the north part, but obviously first or in parallel we should take those hills under the control, because without them taking Yahidne, well, it could be the good idea, but for how long we may stay there, we need to have the high ground for the defense operations and also for offense. As for today, there was no any change for this region. However, as it was reported by the 3rd Assault Brigade, they were managed to break through this water line over here, the small channel, the natural obstacle, and now they're very close to Andriivka. We have also the video evidence of Ukrainian assault. I will also publish it on my Telegram channel. Basically, those are our soldiers on successful mission. By the way, this is the camera setup for one of the soldiers. You can see the helmet over here, and you might have seen already the video that he was able to film. This is the 360 camera Insta1X3, and I used the similar camera for my cockpit videos. He mounted it on the top. You may say it's the demasking factor, but the soldier says he covered it with a special net. But again, it increases the overall height and the silhouette of the soldier, so I would prefer to use the GoPro in that case, just in the front. I was really surprised to see the sidecar motorcycle on the Russian side just on the front lines, because those are not really reliable. I passed my motorcycle to Ukrainian army, but it's not close to the front lines. It's at least 10 kilometers away from it, and it's working for the drone unit. So they use my motorcycle for that purpose, but here Russia used them just on the front lines. You can see they carry something big in the sidecar. Well, today they were boomed by the Ukrainian drone. So the season for them is over. From what I can see based on the wheels, this is the Dnieper motorcycle, and Russians probably took it from the local citizen. The British intelligence confirms that Ukraine managed to break through the first defense line on the south part of Ukraine in 48 hours. This is the very hard operation, and what makes it more difficult that we don't have the Western-made jets, but still we're taking the ground, and it's the main thing. The CNN says that the full counteroffensive operation has not yet begun, and I would agree with that. The main resource for Ukrainian army is still kept behind the front line. And here we may see the video, why do we need the Western-made vehicle. So here you can see The bullet here is the bullet on the top. The gunner was a little cut with that bullet. He got the damage to the shirt and to the helmet, but luckily overall the vehicle is okay and the soldiers are safe. That is the main thing. And my friends, thank you so much for supporting Ukraine with the Western-made equipment. You're awesome. The Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, today went to Kiev. He said that Canada will transfer the Antonov 1-4 Ruzzian airline towards Ukraine, and probably it will fly for Antonov Airlines before it was confiscated from Volodymyr Russian airline. Also, officially Canada joined the coalition to supply to Ukraine the fighter jets. Hungary is preparing to hold the provocative press conference. Just yesterday, Ukrainian officials confirmed that Orban negotiated with Putin that some of the Ukrainian soldiers who are Hungarian nationals, but they hold Ukrainian passport, they will go to Hungarian side and they will hold the press conference. In that press conference, as it is estimated right now, those soldiers will speak bad words about the Ukrainian army and good words about the Russian Orthodox Church, but it's the expectations and we'll see how it goes. So if that happens, we need to cut all of the relations with Hungary and treat them like Belarus, for example. Again, my friends, I have nothing against normal, ordinary Hungarians, but their government is total mess, and I think all of the Ukrainians do not like the Hungarian government, as well as many people around the world, and I may see it in a comment section under every my video. Then I start to speak about Orban. Yes, and finally I want to show you the special road camera that Ukrainians were able to design. It is based on the FPV drone, so it may spot the vehicle, it may fly towards it, and it also may identify the person and give the ticket right away. In this case, the ticket was quite big. The driver was mad about it, so there was lots of the smoke coming from that car because of his anger, obviously. Why is it so? Because the driver was wearing the Russian camouflage that usually brings a bad luck. Also, he was driving one of the supply vehicles of Ahmad battalion near to Marinka, so it's also a bad luck. My friends, now press the like to this video and don't forget to check out my personal link in a video description just below, where you may find the Atlas VPN Premium with the huge discount. The deal is time limited, so hurry up to grab it and join the club. I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are and have a great time.